Okay, so I'm Tobias Brandenburg, and this is my testimony for longevity and Dr. Wallach's information about the 90 essential nutrients. Um, a little bit of backstory was I grew up in a household and just in a family, like whether I'm in the household or not, of just everyone seemed to kind of be unwell. And I also kind of was looking around me at when I was in schools, looking at what we're being fed, or even just what was common to eat um, at my house, or when I'm with friends or whatever. It's like CC's Pizza or McDonald's or Doritos, like chips and snacks and stuff that's just so common, so ubiquitous that it's not really even questioned. And I met my dad when I was 10 years old, and his dad was paralyzed and in a wheelchair, and his mother was grossly obese. Only 8% of her heart works, and I watched her take, an average of 15 to 20 prescriptions per meal per day. And just more and more, like growing up, I would just look around me and see that this person had this mental disorder, or that person had that disease. I personally suffered from, more than anything, really bad headaches. I would go to the doctor and get like no help for them. I've had trouble sleeping my whole life. I've had various things going on, like fluttering eyelash or eyelids, or when I would yawn, I'd feel my muscles really tense up, and it's kind of commonplace in our culture. You always hear it. It's just kind of generally understood that disease is genetic. And so I kind of was just in this, made these observations early on that it's like, my future isn't looking too bright. It's not looking too good. I'm going to contract at least some disease. It has to be. I was just aware of what I was eating. I was aware of the habits and lifestyles that I grew up into, and that was just my dad's parents that I mentioned earlier. My mom's parents, same way. Her dad was overweight, had Parkinson's, diabetes. His mom died of a stroke. My mom had a bunch of headaches, real fatigue, lack of energy. I had a lot of fatigue, lack of energy, lack of focus. It was basically everywhere I looked around me. And I've been diagnosed with depression twice, bipolar once, and eventually multiple sclerosis. And at this point, I was already so stressed out with this, that, and the other that I didn't even bother researching the disease, the symptoms of it. I was just so overwhelmed with everything. I had constantly been in a state of just thinking about my health and my well-being and how am I going to make that happen. And on top of the normal stresses of life, trying to figure out what I want to do with myself, what college I'd want to go to, relationship issues, work stuff. It was just a bad scenario. And through Jennifer Payne, Candace met Jennifer Payne and got introduced to Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and Candace passed it on to me. And when I heard it, everything I heard instantly made sense to me. It made sense to me that the body is designed in a way to heal itself if it gets the raw materials. It made sense to me that that's what was going on. Again, looking around at our diet and everything. And it also made sense to me that the soil is depleted. There seems to be a lot of disconnect in our culture and a lot of the seemingly lack of awareness of supposed to be, you'd think obvious things. And anyway, long story short, after following Dr. Wallett's and Dr. Glidden's protocol and getting the 90 essential nutrients every single day, I slowly but eventually started to really, really, really feel differently, feel more hopeful, feel more optimistic, just kind of in general. I had more energy. I used to drink alcohol. I stopped without even trying to, because I mean, just when you get those nutrients, it fills a gap that the alcohol was previously filling. And long story short, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more optimistic, and this is just a message that everyone needs to hear. It's a whole new paradigm for our culture, and it's really the missing puzzle piece that we all need. All right.